Begg knives. What can I say? I am a big fan of Begg knives and Todd Begg. Two separate companies now. You got Todd Begg in Texas, and you got Mark Begg, the brother, in California. This is from Mark Begg, or Begg Knives, here in California. This is the Mini Glimpse. It's their current offerings. So they've gone through a bunch of iterations over the years, little family drama here and there, whatnot, which we're not going to get into, but because I don't really want to get into my family drama over the years. So I'm certainly not going to talk about other people's drama. But these are production versions made overseas. These are not made by Riot or We Knives, as some of the Steelcraft series previously had been done. Okay, these are at a new factory in China, undisclosed name that they found, and I think exclusively does stuff for them. I'm not really sure about all of that. That's a different video, but this is the Mini Glimpse. And looking back through my channel, I could have swore I had done one of the original Steelcraft Mini Glimpse, but I don't think I could find the video because maybe I never did have one of the more original titanium Mini Glimpses in. I don't know. I owned a Steelcraft Mini Bodega at one point, and I know I did a video on that, and the ergonomics sucked, and I didn't like it at all for my hands. But the Mini Glimpse is roughly the same size as that Mini Bodega, shaped differently, of course, but this one actually works well in the hand, is ergonomic for my big paws, and is a cool knife. So you got it in a couple of different versions. I think there's also a black G10 version. Here we've got blue, OD green. The OD green one has the fuller and the holes, which is a very signature series of the Begg knives. And I didn't even bring out any of my other custom Beggs or anything, but that's okay. I have a bunch of Begg knives. Literally yesterday at the time of filming, I went to lunch with Mark Begg and Mattia Baroni, his business partner, who does the chef knives, which I've also done. And I'll put a link to my Begg playlist up in the corner later and down in the description. But yeah, so I got to have lunch with them. They brought me a box of goodies, and these were in there. Okay, so let's just talk about the specs real quick. 4 3/8 closed, 7 inches overall with a 2.97 inch blade HQ, and all the sites call it a 3-inch blade. Okay, we're splitting hairs. 3-inch blade, 2.6 inch cutting edge, nice hollow grind that goes down to 0.010 behind the edge. So this is really sharp, thin, and slicey. Blade thickness starts out at 151. D2 blade steel with a really good heat treat. I think Mark told me that Love Them Knives, I think, did a whole heat treat test on, I don't know if it was this model, but one of their D2 models, and it scored super high compared to a lot of other production D2 heat treats. So it's all about the heat treat, right? Weighs in at 4.2 ounces, and it runs on bearings. This one runs $79. So for $79 in any color and variety, right? So if you get the OD green with the fuller and the holes, same price as the blue with no holes, or the black. And I think you can get any color with or without the speed holes, right? They're just done really well. The fin finish is great. Haven't really found anything you don't like. It has a signature series ceramic ball bearing in the pocket clip, which signifies that it runs on ceramic bearings inside the pivot. This one I actually was doing a little bit of cardboard cutting right before the video, I think. So you see a few marks on the blade, but really, really nice finishing, really sharp out of the box, a joy in the hand, and just, yeah. So they have changed business models, and they are really going after the affordable market nowadays. Okay. Everything that they've got in their lineup today, they are really trying to keep at $120 or below. Like I said, this one comes in at $79. So they're going for that commodity type of market now. They're not really doing any of the custom stuff, even with their kitchen knives, because they have a whole kitchen knife line as well. That is more production also. Now, the kitchen knives are totally different. Those are made here in the United States. I think still we didn't talk about those too much yesterday. But they're really going for the affordable. And a lot of their knives that we're going to talk about over the next, coming videos are sub $40. A lot of slip joints. These are all steel. They're not titanium. They're really budget user friendly. And the goal is, or the target market is the users that are going to pick up one or two or three. If they lose it, if they break it, they don't care. They just buy another one for $35, $40, $80. That's the market that they're going for. Not so much the higher end $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 customs. That's not really the market anymore for them. So they are going to try to get to all the shows nowadays, get to more shows, because they're not actually making and assembling knives in their shop anymore. They are just outsourcing everything. And so I think it's a good way to go. I've been friends with Mark and Mattia for many, many years. I think my Begg obsession started back in like 2016 or 17 when I went to their shop to pick up a big order. Like, they cut me a deal. I bought a Bodega and a Bugatti matching pair with Damascus inlays. Some guys at work wanted the set. So I ended up buying like 4 sets or something like that, maybe 5 sets. And I went over to the shop. First time I met them in person, picked them up, and then distributed them to my friends. And we have been friends ever since. When you drop a lot of cash on a first big order like that, it's kind of funny how he becomes your best friend and he texts you all the time. And still to this day, Mark and I have been friends. We chat a lot. We've gone to concerts together. We've gone to each other's birthday parties together. We've gone to dinners together with our girlfriends, his wife, my girlfriend. Like, he's just a friend, the good guy. I hang out with them at the shows whenever I can. And so I am excited for this new kind of chapter in their business progression to see where it goes. So let me know if you've got questions down below. I'd love to answer them. And go check out my playlist and see all the Begg knives that I've had the opportunity to film over the years.